Guys, welcome to this Moneycontrol live stream. You're watching the midday market mood check with me, Nandita Khemka. Well, looks like the wait for 20,000 for the Nifty has gotten longer, given the fact that it's the Nifty IT pack that has played spoil sport for the Wall Street rally. In fact, if you look at the Nifty, that's slumped somewhere on 200 points. Thanks to a 4% slump coming in on the Nifty IT index after the shocker of a guidance that came in from Infosys yesterday. On the back of that, the Sensex is also plunging over 800 points in today's session. Mid caps are subdued. If it's a Nifty small cap index that is managing to outperform its larger peers, it was in the positive when I last checked. Aside of that, of course, Nifty IT, as I said, is the biggest culprit, down 4%, led by Infosys that had slumped somewhere around 10% at start, but right now it's down somewhere around 8% or thereabouts. Other IT stocks, of course, have also plunged in reaction to what's happened with Infosys. So you have the likes of Tech Mahindra, TCS, HCL Tech, Wipro, all of them among top Nifty losers today. If you look at other companies, HUL that also reported a pretty not exactly dismal but missed estimates when it comes to volume growth as well as all the other parameters as well. So that stock was down 3%. Jeffries has downgraded HUL after its downbeat or lackluster show in the first quarter. Talking about Infosys specifically, the company has slashed its guidance rather from 4 to 7% to 1 to 3.5%. Both the upper and lower end of the guidance have been revised downwards, and of course downgrades have poured in for the company. If you look at Nomura and Macquarie, both of them have downgraded the stock. In fact, Nomura has cut its FY24, FY25 EPS estimate by as much as 3 to 4%. Commentary coming in was pretty downbeat. They've seen delays in start dates of projects. They've seen scale back in discretionary spends as well, and that is not boding well for the company. In fact, the coming year, the current fiscal year looks pretty bleak in terms of demand as well. So that's about Infosys. HUL, as I mentioned, Jeffries has downgraded the stock. In fact, has also cut EPS estimates by 1 to 2%. Among key earnings today, we'll be watching out for Reliance Industries, of course. Numbers are expected to be mixed. So dip in refining margins is expected to be offset by strength in petchem margins. And of course, the Geo end of the business is expected to do extremely well. 25% growth in Geo subscriber base on a quarter-on-quarter is what the street is anticipating. Reliance Retail, 20% YOY growth in revenues is expected on that front also. Of course, the numbers will come out after market, so we will be watching out for that. That's about the losers. Let's also talk about gainers. I think it was the auto and metals pack that was holding out in a weak market. JSW Steel, that stock has jumped. In fact, among the top Nifty gainers after it reported a good set of numbers for the first quarter. Profit has jumped somewhere around 78% on a YOY basis. L&T, let's talk about that stock. That's the top gainer given the fact that the company will be considering its first ever buyback on the 25th of July. I think this is when the company reports its quarterly earnings as well. From the large cap end of the market, let's talk about the mid caps as well. Mid-cap IT stocks like Coforge and Persistent Systems are reacting to their numbers. In fact, they have also tumbled along with their larger peers. But I think Infosys was one stock in the mid-cap IT space that was holding out. Look at Ashok Leyland. That stock is trading, in the green, up 3% or thereabouts after it reported a multi-fold jump in its profits for the first quarter. So good set of numbers for Ashok Leyland. United Spirits also pretty much a good set of numbers. Stock up and about. Street, in fact, is saying cheers to the numbers, it looks like. And when you look at Dalmia Bharat, that stock is down on the back of weak earnings in the first quarter. Among the Nifty 500 movers, India Mart, RVNL, General Insurance, RITES and Suzlon are some of the gainers on the Nifty 500 index. In the second half of the session, we'll be watching out for a slew of numbers. I think Vedanta, Hindustan Zinc, all these metal names are expected to report their earnings. Of course, you have Reliance Industries and of course banking stocks will also be in focus given the fact that ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank and Yes Bank, all these three will be reporting their numbers tomorrow. So Monday we will have a lot of, the markets would rather be reacting to a lot of these bank earnings and Reliance earnings as well. So we will have to see how trade pans out on Monday or whether or not we are able to touch that 20,000 mark next week or not is something that the street will, of course, be watching out for. But today, the IT pack is clearly playing spoil sport in the bull party that we have seen on the Lal Street. In the second half of the session, we will watch out for whether or not we kind of claw back from the kind of losses that we are witnessing on the Lal Street. But of course, we'll be back with all the action post market close at 3:30 p.m. on closing bell. So don't forget to tune in for that. And of course, we'll also be getting you live coverage on the Reliance Industries results tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in for that as well. But with that, I think it's a goodbye from me on this midday market mood check. Tune in at 3:30 p.m. for closing bell. For now, thanks a lot for watching, and for all your other news and updates, stay tuned to Money Control.